I had to choose one, I would choose Superman.
We're in a road trip to ride roller coasters at 23 theme parks across North America. To start the tour, we flew to Boston, and our first park is gonna be Six Flags New England.
Welcome to Boston.
We're doing this huge American tour. Part of it is gonna be a coaster breaks tour that we're gonna meet a group later, but we're gonna obviously extend this tour before and after. I was flying from Brazil, Marcus was flying from England.
We made it to Boston because cheap flights to Boston, also cheap rental car, and the first park we go to is the cheapest park in the chain to get a season pass as well. So we're going cheap rental car, cheap airport and cheap theme park tickets.
The park closed at 9. It's like 1.5 hours from here, so we're planning to just get the season pass, one meal with the dining plan and a couple of rides, and that's it.
Let's go get the rental car.
Marcus got a 12-seater for the group, but it was cheaper to get here in Boston and drive it until next week than getting one in Chicago where the group is flying to.
It was about £1,000 difference. £1,000.
To be like one extra week. That means we're gonna be traveling the whole week, just the two of us in the 12-seater. Anyway, we're trying to find a car now.
It's gonna be a while.
Okay, this is a little bit much. Now we're gonna be driving this for a week, just the two of us. That's massive. Oh, that's so big. Anyway, let's go. Yay, we made it to New England. Now we're just 20 minutes away from the park.
Yeah, it's quite a long walk, or you can get the tram.
This is parking, and right behind us there is the place where you can get the transfers. This bus is that goes non-stop between the parking and the park. We're just gonna walk.
Yeah, we just seen one just leave.
It is a 20-minute walk. If you put it on Google Maps from the parking until the entrance is like 20 minutes. It's about 4:30 and the park closed at 9. This is the park that we're getting our annual pass from, which means we have 4 fast passes each. So this would make things easier. We had our dining plan, now let's just ride some coasters because it feels really, really weird starting all this whole tour coming to a park and the first thing we do is get food. It's just because of, like we said, what is this? It looks kind of cheap and probably is expensive. Anyway, we've both been to this park before.
We were here exactly 1 year ago today, so it's Memorial Day weekend, it's the Saturday. We were here last Memorial Day weekend on the Saturday as well, randomly.
Our priority here is to get some re-rides, especially on Superman and Wicked Cyclone, which is RMC. They're getting like a contest, like for eating pie and now something else. We were trying to get the fast passes on the app, but
it says that I'm not in the park and I need to be in the park to activate. I'm in the park.
So they have this place here to start fast pass. We're just gonna try to talk to them in here. Our fast passes are now sorted. We're gonna get Superman and Wicked Cyclone, but Superman is only on 15 minutes. This is the area that we were before. This is the chopstick that we got food earlier. Obviously, we're not gonna do every ride on the park today because we've been here before and today we don't have much time. But this is the area with Wicked Cyclone, which is the RMC that we're doing now. They also have 2 other coasters here. We're not doing them today because they're both clones of coasters from other Six Flags parks that we did as well. So here you have Pandemonium, which also have one in Six Flags over Texas, Six Flags Fiesta Texas.
Soon to be one in Park Asterix as well.
They also have a Boomerang, which is obviously a clone of a lot of other boomerangs that we did throughout this park. Going up here, Wicked Cyclone and the
Starfly.
We're gonna skip that as well.
Yeah, we normally skip them. Oh, it's awful being on the chains.
I'm intrigued to see what is gonna be my thoughts on Wicked Cyclone. Last time I remember that I wasn't really impressed.
I remember I loved it.
Yeah.
So we've got very conflicting memories of this ride.
Oh, we need to get a locker, right?
Shit. than you remember or worse than
It
you remember?
was
Just
better than I remember.
Okay, it was worse than I remember.
I thought it would be.
I just did Untamed earlier this week, and it was running really, really
Oh,
good.
there's no comparison to Untamed.
I remember last time thinking, oh, it was quite close
So
to
what
Untamed.
no. What I compared this to is Storm Chaser in Kentucky Kingdom. I would rank them about the same.
Yeah, I think they both have quite a lot of dead space. This has like a load of dead patches, and it struggles a little bit of pacing. However, it has some amazing ejector airtime moments. The last inversion barrel roll, really good. But overall, it feels like it has some pacing issues, which stops it from being that elite, like Untamed or Air Force One, which just keeps going through them elements again and again and again, really impacting it.
Comparing to other RMCs and knowing what they can do, it needs to be more violent. The first drop and the turn up, for example, really good.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really good. That's why it went up my rank. Outside the coaster, they have the lockers that are paid. $5 for 2 hours, and you can move your locker. So we did a locker there, and now we're gonna use the same one that we paid on another ride. If you don't want to pay for a locker, a lot of people just leave the bags there. On the station, you have the option to leave the Six Flags cup. You have the zip pockets on the trains that you can take your phone with you, especially because with the Fast Pass, we need the phone to show the Fast Pass, and then we just put it on the coaster. I really don't like this system that forces you to rent the lockers, because you cannot take anything to the station that is not your phone or the cups or really small items like a hat or something that people were leaving there. If you have bags, you cannot join the queue with them. So up here they have another options for food. There is Mexican, Italian.
They have a lot of food options.
They have a lot, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have a massive food cart. They have the Chinese that we got. They have Greek yogurts here, American hamburgers there. Yeah, I'm impressed with the food options here. I do think this park looks nice.
I do, I like the look of the park. The problem I always have with full Six Flags parks, not just this park, you need more places for shelter and cover. If it's a hot day or a wet day, you always need places for shelter. And the tarmac floor is a little bit ugly, but outside of that, I think it is quite a nice spot.
You can tap it up the drink here, but you need to ask them to fill it for you. Or you can go where they have a fountain, fill it up yourself. Anyway, now we're entering the DC areas. One of them, because as a Six Flags, they have a lot of them. They have an SLC here. The SLC is shut, so we're not gonna do it. Even if it was open, we probably wouldn't. It's good. It's a good
like
B&M Flawless. I like it.
It's like a little miniature flawless model. I think it's got such good pacing, I really do, because it just whips you around through every single element. Yeah, it's small and it's one of the smaller models, but I think every element hits pretty good, so I really like the speed that it keeps consistent.
The operations were not good. We were queuing about half an hour with the Fast Pass. The queue was supposed to be half an hour without the Fast Pass. It was not half an hour, that queue. It's a full whole big kettle pan, plus the stairs. It's running on 2 trains, but they're really slow dispatches, and usually B&Ms are really quick. The queue moves really fast. Here on this area, they also have the new pendulums that all Six Flags parks are getting. They also have another pendulum on the other side of the park in the Wildest area. This one is the one that faces outside. The other one is the smaller one that everyone faces each other. We haven't done the other one here, but we have done others of the same model. I like both.
I don't like the one facing in, I like facing out. I feel like the sense of speed going down the swing is what really sells that to me.
And here the other coaster that they have in this area is the Joker, which is the 4D S&S free spin. I love this coaster. It's also a clone of another coasters in other Six Flags parks, but I love them. They are really good. You can spin a lot on them.
Yeah, they're good fun rides. They're quite intense, and you can get like a really fuzzy one. The only exception I would say is the one at King's Dominion.
It's like the
It's
smaller
small model.
version, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rubbish.
I would do it if it wasn't like we're prioritizing doing all the rides that are specific for this park. So now we are gonna do Superman. It was closed for the last
Couple hours.
yeah, so we were scared that we're not gonna be able to ride it. We saw it testing while we were on Batman Queue, and then we saw it going with people, so we're going there now. I'm really excited to do Superman.
I really enjoyed it the first time, like really enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was as great as everyone made it.
So we're here now on one of the DC areas, which is my favorite, talking about the teaming and about the ride. This is where they had the Superman coaster that we just did. I was really intrigued to get back on it. First one was in Darien Lake, and then there is a clone in Six Flags America, and this one was built after, which is supposed to be the improved version. I haven't done the Darien Lake yet. We're doing that later on this tour. Last year we did this one, and then after we went to Six Flags America. And I know it's very controversial, but I prefer the one in Six Flags America. So I was really intrigued to get back on it.
So, what's the outcome?
I like it more now than I did last time. I think I still have the one in Six Flags America over it. I just think it's that good, the one in Six Flags America. But this one is really good as well.
I feel like it's a very good ride. I have a problem with the profiling. It feels like square turns in places. Well, it flattens out square. So when you come down the airtime hill, and sort of, as you come down, it just goes square and for a little bit. It just feels really weird. But it's all right. It doesn't really blow my mind away. I don't have that wow factor.
Here's the entrance for Superman. It's the same system as Wicked Cyclone. You need to leave your stuff on a locker. There is a staff member between the lockers and the queue. You can only join the queue if you have everything on the locker. They don't let you go with anything besides the Six Flags cups and maybe a phone or something to leave it on the station. Here there is another food option, there is a Johnny Rocket. Here there is the other coaster on this area. It's a Wild Mouse. Nothing special about this one. Last time we opened on the last 5 minutes of the day, and today is closed again. So here there is a kiddie coaster.
Women's Whip.
Also in this area, there is one of the new generations of the Enterprise. It's a good flat, right?
Yeah, they should get one at Alton Towers. I keep saying this to replace Enterprise there. That'd be great in Exeter at Alton Towers, one of them.
It looks really nice. It looks really well on this area. It's a fun flat ride. On this tunnel here, it used to have the smoke effect last time, and it was a really cool part of the ride, going to the tunnel with all the smoke effects, but it's not working today. So we still have 2 fast pass left, and we decided we're gonna use it to go on Superman and Wicked Cyclone again, because they are the best rides here in this park, and they are unique rides from this park. Like we were saying, this park has a lot of good rides, but are clones from other parks. So we're gonna prioritize redoing these 2 rides because they are really good and unique from here. So I think it's worth going back in there. I don't know if we're gonna get night rides on both. Last time we were here, we ended up getting a night ride on both of the coasters. They're both really good, but if I had to choose one, I would choose Superman.
Yeah, I would choose Superman.
Oh, you're so good.
They have quite a lot of lights in the tunnel
Yeah,
on Superman. I think that's what makes it.
Unfortunately, the smoke effect is not working today, but it was last time, which is really cool. Yeah, so with the light, the smoke, it's right by a river. So the views that you have from the top of the lift, you are incredible. Superman is my favorite ride in this park.
Yeah, them Intamin models are a lot rarer than RMCs now. I'm not saying I'm RMC out, but I'm saying Wicked Cyclone is not the best RMC.
Yeah, there's nothing that stands out compared
Superman
to
is
others.
still a very good ride.
That's charade.
So what?
Charade. Is that how you call? How do you call it?
Oh, the Riddler.
Oh yeah, the
How do you
Riddler.
say it in Portuguese? Charade?
Oh, yeah.
No, the Riddler. It's the Riddler. This is the Riddler. Film the Riddler.
Oh, hello there. Riddle me this. The more of me you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Steps.
Thank you. That was actually really cool. He's very friendly.
That was pretty cool.
In the end of this really cute street, there is a wooden coaster. It's alright. I can't really remember to give it a review. And I don't really give a shit to go on today. It's on 30 minutes queue. We know that the queues is a little bit longer that they are advertising. So Superman wasn't that bad. It was saying 15, we queue like 25. This is the last part of the park that we still haven't been on. And I'm not only talking about today. So this is the wildest area. Kind of like, I'm not gonna say hidden, because it's not hidden. We saw that last time as well. But it kind of feels like
There's no reason
at
to
that
be there.
end. Yeah, it feels like there's nothing here. It's a really weird area here because they have basically toilets. Well, timid toilets, I'll give them that. And some restaurants. And here, very in the back, this is actually a very dead end of the park. It's the dead end of that area. And there is like a show building. And the other pendulum that I was saying earlier. You cannot see this from the park, you can see from the outside. And there's another flag right here that is not going. What flag right is this?
I know, looks quite unique.
Yeah, it looks like very different. I'm intrigued, I'm annoyed that it's not going. I wanted to see how it is. It's a shame that this area is almost like abandoned because it has a good theming. It's Wild West, but I always like Wild West theming, although they are very cliche. I always feel like it's easy to make a Wild West area look nice. It's just very sad to see all the empty space there.
Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of wasted opportunity here, and it feels like they need to work on infrastructure more than anything at Six Flags New England. Previously here they had a giant Vekoma boomerang, and unfortunately that has gone. They changed the seats on it, and apparently it ran really rough when they changed them over. But they were a really good model, so I don't know what they were thinking when they changed the seats, or if there was an issue with that before, but obviously it was quite weird having two boomerangs right next to each other. So one did have to go, I suppose. But yeah, it's a shame that we don't get to ride that, but they just need to replace it now. Literally, just after filming this vlog, Six Flags New England announced Quantum Accelerator, an Intamin family launch coaster similar to Jubilant at Jazz Summerland.
They have these bumper cars here in the end of the Wild West area. They have these screens that look like they're gonna be like a presentation there with just Six Flags written all over. Now we're gonna rewrite Wicked Cyclone. So the annoying part is we paid $5 before to put it on the locker. Now because we have on a night ride, we wanna pay another $5. So it's $10 already. Okay, so update on the lockers. The $5 was throughout the whole day, so it's not as bad.
Very confusingly worded.
$5 for 2 hours. Each locker is for 2 hours, but you can rent lockers throughout the whole day. Still annoying that you need to pay, but not as bad as we were thinking. We did Wicked Cyclone again. It's running really well.
Yeah, it's running a lot better that time.
Now it's like 15 minutes till park close. We had the fast pass, but it was a walk-on, so they didn't ask for it. So we actually still have 2 fast passes to go. We don't know if we're gonna be able to do Superman twice, but we're gonna try. We started the day getting food. We have the dining plan that gives us 2 meals a day. You need to have 3 hours between the meals. So we wanted to guarantee one first thing when we came to the park, so we could have time to get the other one whenever was easier towards the end of the day. But now we're just prioritizing run to get the rides again. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to actually get food. So one thing with this park, we were talking about how many food options they have, but they do close a lot of them earlier. I remember last time we were here was the same. We were rushing to get night rides, and the restaurants were all shut before the park closed. A lot of the restaurants are already shut. one last ride on Superman. By the time we got to get the second one, it was like 1 minute past 9. So they had closed the queue.
Yeah, but I mean, we planned to do 2 on Superman, 2 on Wicked Cyclone.
Yeah.
That was always our plan today, so we're quite happy with that.
I'm really happy with the day. Last time we were here, we did the same thing. We were rushing to Superman at the end of the day. They had just closed. And we were like, oh, please, can we get in? They actually let us get in, which was really nice of them. Front row on Superman at night is incredible. We got back row today, both times. I really like it on the back as well.
Yeah, I think the back's cool.
But I still think it's a great night ride, and I love Superman. I'm glad we did at least one night ride in Superman and one night ride in Wicked Cyclone as well. So by the time we left, all the restaurants were already closed. They all closed at 9. But we're gonna just get the other dining plan on the sweet shop. So they have this just ice cream stands. They're like Dipping Dots as well. Ice cream, or we're gonna get fried Oreos. It's kind of like what we have. So I'm happy with that. We prioritize doing rides. Review on the Oreo.
It's hot. I need to put it down, it's too hot.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's boiling.
Right, let's check the shop and let it be cold a little bit. Obviously, the shops are open until late, so let's check the merchandise now. They do have some good merchandise here. I do like some of the merchandise that they have. I like these more basic ones here. Right, let's try this again.
Yes.
Now we're gonna eat it like a popsicle. Is it really an Oreo inside?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like this is the most unhealthy thing I ever eaten in my whole life. It's good though. I don't think I would be able to eat this whole thing by myself. I think it's just too much. But to share is alright.
1 or 2 is alright. Fried Oreo with sugar.
I thought I was not gonna get anything from the dining plan now. So last time we were here, we ended up leaving without any food. So today we got food earlier. Earlier we got the chopsticks. We always get chopsticks on Six Flags Parks. And it's funny how not patterned they are. So every one of them is so different from another. And this one, it wasn't one of my favorites.
Ones.
Yeah, it's weak, but it's not bad as well. We got the orange chicken with chow mein, and it was alright. They also keep the drinking fountains open, so we can keep getting refills right after the park closed. The other time we came here was only for a half a day as well, because we did half day in Lake Compounds, and it's doable.
Last time we came here, we got here about midday. This time we got here about 4:30.
Today was only because we have been here before and we were focusing on rewrites.
Yeah.
But last time we managed to do everything. If you have a whole day here, you're gonna have stuff to do for a whole day, but you can also do it in a half day if you need to. So this was our day at Six Flags New England. Tomorrow we're heading to Six Flags Great Adventure and Dorney Park. Make sure to subscribe to check that video next.